Hello guys, and welcome to a new GTK StatusBar tutorial. Today we are going to talk a little bit about the last three functions which are provided for our GTK status, and they are GTK remove, remove all, and get message area. The main difference between GTK remove and StatusBar remove and remove all, it is that the remove needs a context ID and the ID of the message, and remove all needs only the context ID. Now, what's the story with the message ID? It says a message ID as returned by GTK StatusBar push. As you already saw, when we are calling GTK StatusBar push, we didn't quite hold some information because I wanted only to make a call to this function. Now we are going to save this information, so for this we need to go a little bit back to our function, which says we need to declare a GUI int, and I'm going to create it right here, and let's say push ID, whatever. Okay, once that we have it, we can now point it to our function. I'm going to comment the GTK StatusBar pop call because we need a message now. I'm going to compile it and run it now the way it is. The push ID it is not used because I need to do something with him, so let me cast it to void for a second just to silence the compiler. So as you can see, the message is here. Now let us call the GTK StatusBar remove, which says force the removal of a function of a message from a StatusBar stack. Remember what I was told in the last video, that basically we are creating a stack with more messages, and all those messages which belong to this stack has a context ID, and that context ID always belongs to the stack of the StatusBar. You can have more, of course, and the exact context ID and the message ID must be specified. So that being said, we are going to call the function right now, and the first parameter, it is the StatusBar, so GTK StatusBar. The second one will be the context ID, which we already know about it, and the last one, it is the push ID. This is the ID which we got when we basically called this function, GTK status push. Now, so at this point we have called this function, we had pushed the information inside of it. Once that we had it, then we basically call the GTK StatusBar remove, and now we are basically removing the message which was put inside of that context ID based on the push ID. You see, it's gone, it's not there anymore. So this is basically what it does. It removes only one message, not all the messages. This is very important for you to understand, because if you call this function, now I can remove the cast right here. I'm going to create a push ID 2, like this. And now we have basically two IDs and a new message, I don't know, let's say num.org, wherever. So we are pushing this one, and then we're pushing the other one, and we are going to remove only the first one. Set but not used, of course, because we did nothing with the push ID. So let me silence it, void. I'm just silent the compiler. And now when we call this function, GTK StatusBar remove, you see our message is still here because we didn't touch the message. We let it the way how it was, and we didn't destroy it because we just called the GTK StatusBar on the context ID with a particular push ID. For this, if you want to remove all this information, there is another function which you already noticed, GTK StatusBar remove all, which works also based on the same context ID. You cannot remove all messages from two different context ID with the same function call, which is clear. So forces the removal of all messages from a status bar stack with the exact context ID. It expects a GTK status bar and also a context ID identifier. So I'm going to comment this call, and instead I'm going to call this one right here. And as you can see, it needs only two, the status bar and the context ID. So I'm going to copy this two right here. And now watch. Now basically we have two different context IDs, two different messages with the same context ID but with different push. But this function doesn't care about the return of the GTK status bar push, because it is care only about what it is inside the context ID. So I'm going to compile it and run it. Set but not used, of course, because we changed the story, so I need to silence the push ID as well. See, we have no messages. This means it will behave in the same manner as when you don't even save this information. If you don't need to save this information, then you don't need to retrieve the return of those calls, you see, and everything it's out, everything is gone. We have no information anymore because we just cleared the whole information of the context ID from the status bar. That being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.